to conduct the business of Jackson County. Your Jackson County Commissioners broadcast this meeting over Rogue Valley Television, and it's available for streaming and review at jacksoncountyor.gov. Under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming. The types of business that occur at this meeting include public hearings, official voting on actions by the Board of Commissioners, presentations by departments of the county, and recognition of service that makes our county great. Agendas of the meetings are posted on the Commissioner's Bulletin Board and released on the county's website and through local media in the time required for public notice. Many of the conclusions on the business presented to the Board of Commissioners have been discussed in detail and prepared by the administrative office and staff prior to consideration at this meeting and the official vote. These prior discussions also have been properly noticed and the work done in a transparent manner. We encourage you to come and experience the process by attending any of these meetings or watch online at jacksoncountyor.gov. And now, your Jackson County Commissioners, Randy Sparacino, Rick Dyer, and Colleen Roberts, working for you.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a little after 9:30, so we'll call the Board of Commissioners regular meeting for March 25th, 2026 to order. We're here in the Courthouse Auditorium and on audio-video conference. First item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'll please stand. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now we have our Community Service Award, Chuck Whiteley from the Rogue Valley Family YMCA, and whoever else would like to embarrass him with us, come on up.
Thank you.
Thousands of people watching.
Hey, how are you? Good, thanks for doing that.
Good morning.
Hey,
morning.
thanks for doing
Congratulations. Okay, I gotta arrange all these. And I'll stay, you know, since you near the middle, and I'll stand up. Okay, much better.
Yeah, you stand right next to him for full embarrassment.
There you go. Yep, be ready.
Match my jacket.
Yeah. That's right. You're camouflaged. You'll be fine. Again, like we said, we're here today to award the Community Service Award for March 2026 to Chuck Whiteley of the Rogue Valley Family YMCA, presented on March 25th, 2026. Jackson County Board of Commissioners is pleased to present the March 2026 Community Service Award to Mr. Chuck Whiteley for his service to the community through the Rogue Valley Family YMCA. Mr. Whiteley was nominated by Mr. Brad Russell, who's here with us, CEO and Executive Director of the Rogue Valley Family YMCA. Can I just say YMCA from now on?
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Or the dance.
Yeah, no, we don't want that, I know. For many years, Mr. Whiteley has been a dedicated volunteer whose leadership and commitment have strengthened both the YMCA and the broader community. His longstanding involvement, including his years of service on the YMCA Board of Directors, and his role as the volunteer for the race director for the historic Pear Blossom Run, which means you're extremely busy right now. Looks like you could still run, though. Do you get out there and do it?
Oh, yeah.
I bet, yeah. Okay. I know you could beat me in a foot race. Anyway, it reflects on his deep investment in supporting children, families, and local schools throughout the city of Medford and the county and the state. Mr. Whiteley currently serves as the volunteer race director for Pear Blossom Run and has taken the lead in organizing this year's Milestones 50th anniversary event. The Pear Blossom Run celebrates the first blossoms of spring and begins a full day of festivities in Medford, culminating in the Pear Blossom Festival Parade and Street Fair. The event's ongoing success is due in large part to Mr. Whiteley's dedication, organization, and leadership. During his years on the YMCA Board of Directors from 2012 to 2018, including 3 years as board chair, Mr. Whiteley helped guide the organization through significant growth and development. His leadership contributed to strengthening programs that directly support the well-being of thousands of local families. Mr. Whiteley has consistently demonstrated humility and a genuine commitment to serving others, always contributing without seeking recognition. His volunteer work extends beyond the YMCA to other nonprofit organizations, reflecting his dedication to strengthening the community. The Board of Commissioners is grateful to Mr. Russell for bringing Mr. Whiteley to our attention. We are pleased to recognize him for his contributions to Jackson County. We believe Mr. Whiteley's efforts distinguish him as a citizen worthy of this March 2026 Community Service Award. Congratulations.
Well, Chuck, it's my privilege to present you with a certificate for the award, the Community Service Award for March 2026. On behalf of the people of Jackson County, the Jackson County Board of Commissioners hereby express profound admiration and gratitude to Chuck Whiteley. For exceptional and dedicated service to the Jackson County community, the board recognizes the service as exemplary of a generous civic attitude that is essential to the high quality of life in Jackson County. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what a timely community service award for the Pear Blossom within the next couple of weeks. And I know you're really busy taking your time out to come this morning. We appreciate it. And thank you for the many years, over a decade, you've contributed to the great success of the run and of Pear Blossom. And it does definitely benefit all of the community and beyond of Jackson County. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
And here's a little more paperwork to pack out. And you say a few words.
Yeah, it is a joy to work with Chuck, and I just admire him so much and how he loves God, his family here today, the community, friends, the running community, and he just gives it his all to nonprofit organizations, faith-based organizations. So he does not particularly like the spotlight, but he so much deserves it. Thanks.
I paid him. I just want to say thank you for this award, guys. This means a lot to me, and I think that all of the stuff that the YMCA does, the way they support less fortunate families and stuff, this is their biggest fundraiser, the Pear Blossom Run is, and we're excited for the 50th. And anyone who sees this, you need to come out and either at least spectate the run. It's just, if you can watch the kids take off on the Mayor's Cup run, it is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. They all start out at about, full speed, and just a little ways down the way, they all slow down. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you can keep this.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Somebody didn't turn their phone on silent. Oops. All right, those are always fun. We'll move now on into our request for and discussion of non-agenda items. We have a 5-minute limit. Pursuant to the codified ordinance of Jackson County, section 213.06, members of the public may address any item not on the agenda. However, pursuant to OR S 192.640, the Board of Commissioners is prohibited from discussing a principal subject that is not on the agenda. Therefore, the Board of Commissioners will listen to your concerns and may consider the matter you raise by asking staff to follow up on any questions or by placing the matter on the agenda for discussion at a future meeting. We have no one signed up. Is there anyone in the courthouse auditorium that'd like to speak today, Robin? No? Anyone online?
Mr. Chair, there's no one with their Zoom hand raised.
All right, we'll move on into the consent calendar, which this week consists of the minutes of meetings of the Board of Commissioners Land Use meeting of February 11th, 2026, which is on file number 439-25-00003-LRP. Board of Commissioners work session of March 3rd, 2026, the Board of Commissioners regular meeting of March 4th, 2026, and the Board of Commissioners staff meeting of March 5th, 2026.
Move approval of the consent calendar is read.
I'll second.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes, thank you. We do have a public hearing today, and it is a public hearing and order adopting supplemental budget number 2 for fiscal year 2025-2026. This is order number 74-26, and Mr. Jordan, you better clear your throat and be ready for this. I know it's long.
Yeah, there's a song about let me clear my throat.
Yeah, don't do
I won't
that.
sing it. Mr. Chair, members of the board, thank you. First of all, I just want to briefly explain to the public that we do supplemental budgets when we need to increase appropriation authority or move money between funds or approve the use of reserve funds are the primary reasons we do it. Typically, everything in our supplemental budget have been actions that we have either taken or are in the process of taking where the board's already approved contractual agreements, and we need to make sure the budget matches those actions and that we have proper legal authority before the end of the fiscal year to do so. When we do this budget, I do read by fund what changes are occurring, and it is often lengthy, and I apologize for that. I'm going to do my best to read through this. I promise not to operate at county council fast pace speed, but they cost more per hour than me, so we'll probably be around the same place. In accordance with Oregon Revised Statute 294-473 sub 1 sub B, notice for this supplemental budget was published in the Rogue River Press on Wednesday, March 18, 2026. This is the second supplemental budget for fiscal year 25-26. Supplemental budget number 2 for fiscal year 25-26 will increase appropriation authority in the Central Services, General Road, Health and Human Services, and Recreational Enterprise funds, and that'll be done as follows. In our Central Services Fund, the Facility Maintenance Program and the County Administration Department has 3 B7, typically renovation or small construction projects that include a jail bathroom remodel on the first floor, which was $105,000. That is funded directly by the general fund. Adding security cameras in the amount of $4,000 to the east and west stairwells of the Health and Human Services building to prevent unauthorized access and enhance building security. That's funded by the Health and Human Services Fund. And the construction of the Dicer platform, $8,400 on the west side of the sand storage shed located at the Rhodes Complex on Antelope Road to allow staff to apply de-icer to sand material in dump trucks in order to prevent freezing and ensure operational efficiency during winter conditions, to be funded by the General Road Fund. The result of these adjustments will increase both the operating expenses category and the overall county administration department budget by $117,400 from $9,869,924 to $9,987,324. Total net effect of these adjustments will increase the Central Services Fund appropriations by that same amount, $117,400, from $23,812,923 to $23,930,323. In the general fund, the Development Services Department is receiving additional illegal marijuana market enforcement grant funding in the amount of $73,322. This is for code enforcement activities. Appropriations for the current fiscal year were established to cover the first 6 months of operations, with this additional funding providing resources for the remaining 6 months of the fiscal year. This will help us ensure continuity of the code enforcement efforts. The result of this adjustment will increase both the operating expense category and the overall development services budget by $73,322, from $7,656,743 to $730,065. I should have maybe done some cardio this morning. The total net effect of these adjustments will increase the general fund appropriations by $73,322, from $175,052,717 to $175,126,039. In the General Road Fund, non-dedicated fund balance of $1,639,804 will be transferred to operating expenses. This is in order to establish a side account investment with the state public employees retirement system that is intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. The result of this adjustment will increase the operating expense category by $1,639,804, from $31,390,555 to $33,030,359. Total net effect of this adjustment will increase the general road fund appropriations by that same amount, $1,639,804, from $35,390,555 to $37,030,359. In the Health and Human Services Fund, Department has received additional opioid funding in the amount of $2,189,092, of which $2,149,092 will be allocated to contracts with community organizations, or have been allocated to contracts with community organizations that are providing services in prevention, intervention, harm reduction, treatment, and recovery. And the remaining $40,000 of the additional opioid funding will be used to reimburse Asante and Providence hospitals for opioid use navigators. Contingency funds in the amount of $2,814,087 will be transferred to the operating expenses. This is also to establish a side account investment with PERS. It's intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. The result of these adjustments will increase the operating expense categories by $4,963,179 from $52,508,879 to $57,472,058. Also create a new special payments category in the amount of $40,000 and decrease the contingency category by $2,814,087 from $7 million to $4,185,913. Total net effect of these adjustments will increase the Health and Human Services Fund appropriations by $2,189,092 from $64,907,599 to $67,096,691. In our Recreational Enterprise Fund, non-dedicated fund balances of $178,270. Should have brought some water too. Additional camp revenue in the amount of $50,110 and contingency funds in the amount of $60,980 will be transferred to operating expenses to establish a side account investment with PERS, also intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. Marine Board grant in the amount of $35,316 and Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife grant in the amount of $114,376, and additional fee revenue in the amount of $159,890 will be utilized for projects at Howard Prairie Resort in the amount of $159,809. Due to increased water levels resulting in higher visitor volume causing an increase in operating costs, and at Immigrant Lake in the amount of $149,692 for a new dock that will be built to enhance recreational access and improve safety for lake users. The result of these adjustments will increase the operating expense category by $598,942 from $6,177,386 to $6,776,328, and it will decrease the contingency category by $60,980 from $558,810,000 to $497,830. Total net effect of these adjustments will increase the Recreational Enterprise Fund appropriations by $537,962 from a total of $6,782,196 to $7,320,158. Supplemental budget number 2 for fiscal year 25-26 will also transfer appropriation authority in the airport enterprise, county trails, and motor pool funds as follows. In the airport enterprise fund, contingency funds in the amount of $754,000 will be transferred to operating expenses, also to establish a side account investment with PERS that's intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. The result of this adjustment will decrease contingency category by $754,000 from $2,681,000 to $1,927,000. Will also increase the operating expense category by that same amount, $754,000, from a total of $61,266,005 to $62,020,005. There's no net impact on the total airport enterprise fund appropriations of the $67,028,355. In the county trail funds, contingency funds in the amount of $11,916 will be transferred to operating expenses to also establish a side account investment with PERS. It's also intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. The result of this adjustment will decrease the contingency category by $11,916 from $300,000 to $288,084. Also increase the operating expense category by that same amount, $11,916, from $730,334 to $742,250. Once again, in this, there is no net impact on the total county trails fund appropriation of $1,030,334. In the motor pool fund, contingency funds in the amount of $51,408 will be transferred to operating expenses, also to establish a side account investment with PERS. It's intended to reduce long-term pension liabilities. The result of this adjustments will decrease the contingency category by that $51,408 from $712,972 to $661,564, and it will increase operating expenses category by that same amount of $51,408 from $4,211,066 to $4,262,474. Also, there is no net impact to the total motor pool fund in this. Total appropriations of $4,924,038. I'm through all of the funds. I do want to explain where I talk about making adjustments for a side account with PERS. We're not setting up individual side accounts. We're allocating the cost of one overall side account between all funds. I do want to let you know and the public know those sound like a lot of money, but when it comes to setting up a side account in PERS, our actuarial actually reduces our PERS liability over 20 years by about double the amount we set aside. So if we set aside $20 million, we will likely get a $40 million reduction in PERS allocation over 20 years. So it's an upfront investment to reduce our operating expenses, and we're able to do that because we maintain reserves in all of our funds, which most counties and local governments aren't able to do. We're setting up two side accounts this year, one that received a match from the state in the amount of approximately $5 million total with a $1 million match from the state, and another one in the amount of $20 million, which we're allocating across all funds. I do expect between those two to offset our PERS rates in our payroll costs about 7%, which payroll is our largest expense for operating county government, and that makes a huge difference in our survivability long term. It's recommended that the public hearing be held. Following the public hearing, should the Board of Commissioners concur with supplemental budget number 2 for fiscal year 25-26, approve that order, will implement the action. Thank you very much.
And I won't repeat my joke of asking you to repeat that, please. That's gotten to be not very funny. Okay, with that then, well, first I'll read the public hearing rules, and I'll have County Council finish that for me. But the oral testimony given during the public hearing shall be limited to 5 minutes per person. If you have additional information to give beyond the 5-minute limit, you're encouraged to submit it in writing. And Mr. Philbrick, I'll have you finish the public meeting rules.
Rules. Sure. Rules for the conduct of public hearings are established as follows. Only the chair or a member of the Board of County Commissioners may question a speaker. There will be no interruption of a speaker from the audience and no debates on the floor. Applause is not permitted. A speaker may criticize a proposal, the board, or an agency of the county, but the speaker shall not argue directly with another speaker. Any speaker may present an opposite view, but not in personal terms. A person wishing to speak shall raise his or her hand and be recognized by the chair conducting the hearing. After being recognized, the speaker shall state his or her name and address before proceeding with his or her statement. And the chair may limit the duration of any presentation to the time necessary to cover factual information, and repetition shall be avoided. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And with that, we will open the public hearing. We have no one signed up. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this matter in the courthouse auditorium? No, Robin, again. And anybody online?
Mr. Chair, there's no one with their Zoom hand raised.
All right, thank you. Then we will close the public hearing and move on to a motion or deliberation.
I will move to approve order number 74-26.
Second.
Any discussion?
Well, yes, I approved supplemental budget, but also in relation to the PERS side account, it gives us such great payroll savings now and long-term benefits that are just great for, long-range planning is amazing of a savings it is.
Absolutely. One of the many proactive moves we make here. People ask how we, stand apart from other local governments or governments around the state with our budget situation. It's things exactly like this that do look forward and just contribute to the long-term viability of continuing to be able to develop and deliver the services that we do here. So we always appreciate that these things are, first of all, our county administrator is very well versed on them, and that he brings them to our attention, and we get to them quickly, because at times there has been matching funds with them, so it even benefits us that much more. But a great program, and I hope people appreciate the benefits to all of Jackson County.
Very sound fiscal management.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a vote.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. All right, moving on to discussion and deliberation items. First item there is an order authorizing a foundation agreement with Broadcom Incorporated and associated quote confirmation and terms and conditions with CDW Government. This is order number 75-26. Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, in this case, Broadcom Incorporated, through its authorized seller, CDW Government, will provide Jackson County with virtual servers. This is meant to support the county server needs and provide stable, secure, and efficient operations for all departments. The platform preserves system reliability and compatibility, allowing departments to function effectively without interruptions. Term of the agreement is upon execution until terminated is provided for in the agreement. It's a $350,564 expense through the IT budget, and it is budgeted, and I do recommend your approval.
Thank you.
Move approval of order number 75-26.
I'll second.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes, thank you. Next item is an order authorizing a construction contract with Pave Northwest Incorporated. This is order number 76-26. Mr. Jordan, again.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, Pave Northwest Incorporated is going to slurry seal two 2.7-mile portions of the Bear Creek Greenway Path. The first portion will be from Lynn Newberry Park to Blue Heron Park. That's scheduled for completion during the current fiscal year. The second portion from Lynn Newberry Park to Eagle Mill Road in Ashland, scheduled for completion during fiscal year 26-27. The current year is obviously in the current budget, and next year's being proposed in next year's budget. The county sought 3 informal quotes for this, and Pave Northwest Incorporated provided the lowest quote. The term of the contract upon execution of the contract and issuance of a notice to proceed with the final project completion on or before September 30th, 2026. We don't have an exact start date because we require the weather to be warm for slurry seal application to be most successful. In this case, it's an expense of $143,272. It is budgeted and or proposed to be budgeted, and I do recommend your approval.
All right, thank you.
I move to approve order 76-26.
Second.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes, thank you. Last item on our agenda today is an order authorizing an end-user license agreement and terms and conditions with Remarkable. This is order number 77-26.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. This is for our Sheriff's Department. Remarkable is a digital note-taking and document management platform. It allows users to create, organize, and securely store handwritten and typed notes in a centralized system. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office will be using this to consolidate operation notes, reports, and training materials into one secure environment, reducing fragmented documentation and minimizing administrative duplication. It does allow them to also do this in the field rather than taking notes and then have to retype the notes. Subscriptions upon execution until terminated as provided for in the terms and conditions. It's an estimated annual expense of a whopping $1,450 based on $29 per user with an estimated 50 users per year, and I do recommend your approval.
All right, thank you.
Move approval of order number 77-26.
I'll second that. I think it's an affordable efficiency.
Absolutely.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes, thank you. And that does conclude our business, so we are adjourned.
We hope that you've enjoyed this week's Jackson County Board of Commissioners meeting. If you have any questions on any part of the show, please feel free to contact your Jackson County Commissioners or staff. You can find their contact information at jacksoncountyor.gov. To review the content of this or any other meeting, under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming.